Great Debaters Contest is brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa. The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register.
Welcome to the Great Debaters Contest. This is our Nairobi edition. It's our 6th year in and we can't wait for some exciting debates. I am your host, Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Nyumbok. The rapid expansion of universities in Kenya has led to more harm than good. That is the motion that we have Eastleigh High School versus Nembu Girls. Who will be the victor?
Proposer number 1, take the floor. You have 3 minutes.
I, Zidane Gimiga from Eastleigh High School, I'd like to propose the motion that says the rapid expansion of universities in Kenya has caused more harm than good. Our data was collected in May to November 28 from a sample of 502 students, and it was discovered that public universities don't have necessary facilities for quality education. This is because of lack of enough government funding, and this leads to a decrease in the quality of education in Kenya. And to my other point is, there are individuals who are attaining lower grades, and this leads to the individuals attaining lower qualifications are finding more flexible than before. The only way into university is a convincing low pass into the university. For example, you might find I'm in a class then, I worked for 4 years and I got at least a minimum, maybe a B. Then another person who gets a D+, we get into the same university and we will compete for the same job market, and this seems to be really unfair. And with that, I rest my point.
Nembu Girls, you can make your opening statements. You have 3 minutes.
I thank God that He is our creator, that in this world, everyone that is born has a purpose in this world. So let me tell you, my audience, that even that student who gets an E in his Form 4 education has a purpose in this world. And if we have this rapid expansion of universities, we shall increase specialization. And what do I mean in specialization? I can have an E, but I know how to sing. So I will go to that music class. That is why I, Victoria Kangede from Nembu Girls High School, stand here today to strongly oppose this motion. Rapid expansion of universities in Kenya has caused more harm than good. I am so proud to be a Kenyan. Why? Because Kenya is a nation that has a vision, Vision 2030. When we have this expansion of universities, we are going to have diverse courses being offered in these universities. That will increase our expertise, and it will increase the know-how, how to do things. We don't have to import Chinese engineers to build our roads. We will have our own engineers. These people come here in the intention of investing in us, but all they do is deplete our money and show us that you can't do it. But God gave us a mind, and we can use it to the best of ourselves to develop our country. All these university scholars play a critical role in achieving this Kenya's vision. When they enroll in these universities, they are able to analyze the things that are being done in the application of all these courses in the world. Coming to accessibility, I have that boy in Turkana who got an A, but he cannot even have transport fare to get to the University of Nairobi. But if we had Turkana University, that boy will proceed on with his dream of becoming that oil driller that oil driller, which we will not need to get an American company to come and do that for us. We are going to increase the social amenities, the health facilities in these areas. We're going to increase the development. And at the end of the day, we realize our goal, the devolved government that we are trying to install in our country. And this will also come back to our Vision 2030. God is so grateful. God is so good to us that we can apply what the Westerners installed in us many years back. Then why don't we know how to fish instead of being given fish, which we readily accept because it is the easier way? My esteemed audience, I urge you to kindly join me because this is about development. This is about getting to the next level. Thank you.
Eastleigh High School, we hear your rebuttal. You have 3 minutes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Daniel Shirima from Eastleigh High School, a Tanzanian by birth and a Kenyan by right. I'm here to propose to this motion that says expansion of universities have caused more harm than good. Well unsaid, my sister said that because of this expansion of university, you find that many people have been given the opportunity to enroll and join many universities. Even the people with E. Imagine, did God give that person a stupid mind? That is the question I'm asking myself. What I believe is that when God created each one of us, He said in the Bible that each one of us, we were given the same potential. But well, I believe that each one of us, when these universities, if we had only one university in the country, you will find that many people will work hard so that they will enter to the university. But because we have many universities, you see that in the mind of people, they believe that even though I'll get E, I believe I'll go to a university. Let me ask you this question. Imagine a person like me. Is it fair that every day I wake up at 3 o'clock at night and read, yet there is a person at Karen, at Runda, they are not learning, but they believe that even though they won't learn, they will still go to the universities. Is that truly fair? I believe that isn't fair. So what I can urge my opposers is that while we have only that one university, it will truly help each one of us. And I believe there is a quote that goes by that a person is not truly defeated when he is defeated at the mind. But when we oppose this motion, it's like if we are defending those people, saying that those people, they have the right to go to the university. So what I may urge my opposers is to come to our side and help us to propose to this motion that says expansion of university have led to more harm than good. Thank you very much.
Nembu girls, you have 3 minutes for your rebuttal.
Education is the key which one can use to change the world. Those are not my words. They are the words of the late Nelson Mandela. My worthy opponent has stood here and tell us that, when you're sure that you're going to go to university, even if you get an E, you're comfortable. Is there any one of us who wants to fail? I know even the laziest people, they still have that aspect. They still have that drive until to do better. And why are you judging me according to my performance? I'm sure there's one thing I can do that you cannot do well. Maybe I can sing and you can't sing. Does that mean that you're better than me? No. Each and every single one of us are equal. Yes, God blessed us. But even the gifts of the Holy Spirit, are they all one gift? There are 9 different gifts. In the same way, we are all blessed differently. And I should not be denied the opportunity to go to university. The cutoff point is not an E. Stop talking about an E. Quality of education, no matter how many universities we have, we're not going to admit E's. We're usually told that the cutoff point is either a D, okay, maybe say a D plus or a C minor. So you tell us that a child in Runda is going to be sure they're getting an E? Are you really sure? Tell me one university in this country whose cutoff point is E, and I'll be really shocked. Trust me. Who remembers those days when the professions to do were either law, medicine, engineering, or education? Those days when you grew up and you were told become a doctor, become a teacher. Well, today you don't have to become that. We have sonographers, radiographers, new careers that are coming up. The world is changing. Technology is taking its place. But if we have the same universities, how do you expect to be able to fit into this new technological world? My people, let us reason. That is all I ask of you. We are talking about Vision 2030. If you're still on the same not old careers, yes, we do need them, but you still have engineers, doctors, teachers, and just what you're being told to be. Who is going to create that program which is going to automate the security system? Who is going to do that ultrascan on that pregnant woman? Then our population is growing rapidly. So if our population is growing rapidly, there's no way you can come and tell me that you can just have the same universities. There's no way that you can come and tell me that universities are going to stay at the same level they are. We need to create more of them so that they can be able to accommodate each and every single person. Accessibility to education. It is one of the goals of education, that each and every single person, no matter where you are supposed to be able to access this education. Diversification of cultures. There was a time when the only university could come to was in Nairobi, Nakuru, or Eldoret. But today, you can come from Chuka in Meru and go to Rongo University in Rongo. When you go there, you learn their culture. Let us reason. We cannot oppose something, yet you're still giving birth. Thank you.
The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register. The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register.
So the audience has posed questions to the two teams. The proposers have been asked, is there an issue with a B student, for example, and an E student sitting in the same class? And does a poor performing student not have a right to advance their education? And the opposition have been asked if they're not encouraging laziness by having people with lower grades admitted into universities. We'll have them respond. Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Shadi from Eastleigh High School. I love music, and that's all about me. I give you what my name is and what I love. And in answering the first question, a D or an E student, the audience asked if they have a right to be in the same classroom as a B student. Actually, they don't have a right to be in the same classroom. You see, KCSE determines where you will be in the future. Actually, it is we are told at Eastleigh School that KCSE is the main and most important certificate that you can ever get in your life. If you don't work to improve those grades, then you don't have a right to be in Eastleigh School. Thank you. And to my first point, increasing the number of universities has led to some of the university officials being corrupt and giving fake certificates to unqualified persons who get employed, get good jobs, and end up doing nothing. An example is Mugo Waigoro, who hurt many of our ladies, and it was only highlighted on the news, but I now believe that until today, those who are affected are still suffering. And to my second point, people who are not qualified for university are later placed in the same level as qualified applicants. Actually, is that fair? I work hard, I get an A or a B, then I am put in the same class as the one who gets a D. That's not fair. Competition for the job market, with many graduates in Kenya, the number of unemployed people increases. It is proved that the number of unemployed people increases by 2% every year. Kenya has the greatest brain leak. Brain leak is whereby, yes, I pass, I go to another country, work there, develop that country, then I come and develop my own. Actually, that doesn't bring logic.
Nembu, you have 3 minutes to respond to the audience.
My fellow colleagues,
I will first like to correct you in what my fellow friends have said. They have talked about, yes, getting that E and you going to the university. But what they're trying to say is that you'll not be put in the same level as that person who had that A in the same class. And also, what they talked about is diversity when we have expansion of these universities. We are going to have, like the multimedia university. Who do we have there? We have people who do media. And yes, for instance, I am here talking very well, and maybe my grades aren't that good. But someone like Judge Maina can recognize me and say, yes, even if this girl is not blessed in her classwork, she can do something better in media, and he can give me a scholarship. Is that a harm or good? I'll leave you to answer that. Now, Mariam Ibrahim from Nembu Girls here opposing the motion that says rapid expansion of universities has led to more harm than good. Just during my holidays, I was in a matatu traveling, and we passed the MK University, and one old man said, I wish we had such universities during our time. I wish I had such. And as I sat there watching that man lamenting, I said, if we had this expansion of universities, maybe that man there, that man who is aged enough to be my grandfather, will have been one of the greatest doctors, one of the chefs we have in this country, and that will lead to better economy of this country. Is that harm or good? As I finish, we all in this hall are not creatives. We are not all A students, and we have to accept that failure is a part of life, and it is a process of learning. And also, the intellectual of everyone is not the same. So let's get that in our minds, and I am very sure that at the end of the day, that you, my colleagues, my fellow students, we shall all meet at that expanded university. Thank you.
Closing statements now. Proposers, you have a minute.
Okay. Will we go to university to swim or sing? Currently, there is no guarantee that going to a university will get you a job. I was once told that it doesn't matter if you go to a university. If you can produce something productive, then you are qualified. The truth about truth is that it can be ignored but not avoided. Well, I know that. For the love of money is the root to all evil. Many of the universities nowadays have been opened only because of money. As well, the first proposer said that you find that in many public universities, there are no facilities. Why? Because of money. For the love of money. But what I know is that when we have maybe even few universities that have all the facilities, that is a country that will make Kenya move forward. Thank you very much.
Opposition, you also have a minute.
We all go to school to get education. This education enables us to tap out what we can do best. Maybe in school, I might not be as bright in class, but in sports, I can jump, I can run, I can do many things. So, do we want to say that if we do not enroll these students in these expanded universities, where should these people go? These are the same people who are going to kill you when you're walking down to your home at night. These are the same people who will engage in prostitution when they don't go to that university. Why? Because it molds you into becoming a better citizen of this country, to become a more productive person towards the growing of this economy. Our economy is weak, and we really need this. Yes, this rapid. Our colleague talked about money being an evil. But I say, we have tried it. What have we seen? Many young people are now working rather than we had before. Think about it. Thank you.
I think one of the things that I really wanted to hear from Eastleigh, when we talk about rapid expansion, what are some of the challenges that come with that rapid expansion? That there is competition, and that universities will go to whatever extent to attract students, for example. And so some of the universities are even flouting the regulations that have been put in place by the Commission for University Education to ensure that there is actually quality education that's taking place in these universities. And so I wanted you to show us how this is doing more harm than good for the nation, so that it even waters down, the kind of degrees and the kind of certificates that people are getting at the end of the day. Daniel tries to do that, to expound on that, but the rest of you did not complete your arguments, and so that really affected the performance of your team.
Nembu girls, there is something that you mentioned which was good, but you did not explain it. This is the thing. If we are going to increase the number of universities across the country so that each county, for example, has a university, anywhere that we establish a university, we are going to experience economic growth. That means businesses are going to open, we are going to have social amenities, and I expected you to have built on that argument, and possibly Mary and then Ibrahim to build on the same. At one point, you were pulled into the debate on grades, which grade someone comes with to the university. And I thought that was not really what we wanted. If you could have capitalized on the issue of when we set a university at a place, then we are going to have businesses and other, developments, not necessarily economic, then you could have had a good argument. So the thing is understanding the motion and seeing which angle to take in the motion. You may have so many things to say, but just pick the few. And that's especially to Mary. You had a lot actually to say. I just wished you pick one thing, capitalized on it, maximizing on an argument. Otherwise, it was a fair debate.
To conclude this glorious debate, we have the results. Nembu Girls and Eastleigh High School. The judges awarded Eastleigh High School with 59%. Please give them a round of applause. And Nembu Girls, you were awarded 66%. You are our winners for the debate.
Congratulations to both teams for a spirited effort. Thank you for watching and stay with us. Follow us on Twitter at Great Debaters EA. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Nyumbok. Catch you next time.
The Great Debaters Contest 2016 registration is now open. Teachers or school administrations should register on www.greatdebaterscontest.com/register. The Great Debaters Contest was brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa.